If you truly want to succeed in network marketing, it's not like, sure, there's tons of lead generation strategies, there's ads, all this cool stuff that you can do. But without this one thing, you will not succeed. I don't care what business you're in. You need these one or two things to crush it in network marketing. Let's talk about it. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm not even going to talk about lead generation strategies. I'm not going to talk about paid ads, funnels, all that higher advanced stuff in network marketing. I'm actually going to talk about the main one thing that you will totally need. And if you do these one things, you will see these other things that other people have as a quality in their leadership. And it's just these three things. So when I first started network marketing, I honestly thought it was a pyramid scheme. I was like, my girlfriend Kaylee, she's my wife now, she was like, I want to hit this next rank in my business. And she needed two people. She signed up a friend, and then she came to me, the most vulnerable guy who was like, sure, babe. But I told her, I was like, look, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to build it. I'm not going to talk to friends and family about it. I'm not going to get a decal in the back of my car that says, buy from me. I'm not doing any of that crap. And I'll probably buy the product for 2 months. But after that, I'm canceling. I don't want anything to do with it, babe. And she was like, cool, no big deal. But what happened was I started using the products. I started getting in shape. It was a fitness company that we were with. And I was loving it. I'd lost 15 pounds. I had a ton of energy. I was feeling great. It came with some workout DVDs and a shake to drink. And the shake was a treat for me because I love desserts. I love the sweets. So I was doing that, and month one went by, and I was like, I dropped some weight. I was feeling great, like I mentioned, and I had a couple of friends that actually reached out to me and dude, what is it you're doing? Because you're getting jacked, man. That's really, really cool. And I said, oh, I'm doing these workout DVDs. Takes 40 minutes a day, and I'm taking these supplements that come with it. And I don't know, I like them. I like that I can crank them out, and I like that I'm feeling good and I'm looking good, all the things. And so they're like, well, send me a link to it. And so I called up Kaylee. I'm like, hey, so-and-so and so-and-so wants to buy. What's your link? And she's like, well, you have a link. Why don't you just send your link? And so I was like, oh, what's my link? So anyways, I ended up sending my link. Didn't think anything about it. Had 3 people who bought. And so a month went by. This is now month 2 now. And I get this check in the mail. And it's a check from the company. I'm like, here we go. We're getting sued. We're going to jail. Something. This is a pyramid scheme. I don't know what we're doing here. And I opened it up, and it was a check for $300. And I was like, hold the phone. This is insane. $300. Mind you, at the time, I was a social worker. I was working 50, 60 hours a week. Really, really tough, and barely enjoying any of it. Just kind of getting by, right? Paying my bills, all the things, student loans, everything. But I was making about $500 to $600 a week in that job. So the fact that I gave a few people a link and I made $300 from that, it broke my brain. I could not understand that. I was like, that's 30 hours that I would put in, and all I did was I sent a link and I made money. That's insane to me. And so I told that to Kaylee, and she's like, well, yeah. And also, if they stay on the product and they continue using it, you still get paid off of those monthly commissions as well. And I was like, this is the most genius thing I've ever even thought. I didn't know you could make money online like this. And she was like, yeah. And so I was like, all right, let me check this out. And so I hopped on YouTube. I started doing some research about the company and other people and all this stuff. I found this dude named Scotty, and he was on there just sharing his life. And he was talking about how this opportunity that he was with back in the day, it really blessed him. His family, he was working nights, his wife was working days, and so he barely got the time to see his family. The only time he got to see his kids was at nighttime, kissing them goodnight. And so I watched that dude, and I was like, hold the phone. So this dude who has worse cards than I can play, I don't have kids. I have a job that I go to that I don't like, but I'm able to see my girlfriend Kaylee, and I kind of have a better stack in my hand than he does. So if that dude can do this, why can't I? And that's the first mentality you need to have. It is not about probability, but it's about possibility. You see, so many people when they start network marketing, they think, well, only 90 or only 2% of people in this industry actually succeed. 98% of people don't. Or they also think, well, what are my family and friends going to think? Or what if? All of these like what ifs, these problems that they create in their head. And for me, I was like, one other dude did this, so it's possible. There's other people who are doing this. It's possible. Okay, so if only 2% succeed, well, what is it that they're doing? I'm not going to do what the 98% do. I'm going to do what the 2% do. And so it's all about possibility. What's possible, not what's probable, right? And sure, there's other industries out there, real estate, for example, where 97% of them don't actually even flip a house. And so, again, I'm not looking at, well, what's possible. I just said, this dude did it. He had worse scenario than I did. Shoot, let's rock and roll. So I went all in on that. And I'll be honest, and this comes with second too, is I was kind of ignorant on fire. Like, I didn't care. I didn't care what people thought. I was like, this is so dope that you can make money from home online. Like, this is the sweetest deal ever, right? And all I got to do is share, my link to people. And obviously there's more to it. There's sales and there's marketing and all this stuff that I had to learn. But just the fact that this was like a business that I could latch onto. I didn't have to worry about creating a website. I didn't have to worry about fulfilling on orders. I had a back office, like all this stuff. I was like, I can just latch onto this and like build and like make some money. This is really, really cool to me. And so again, I went all in. I had ignorance on fire, which is number 2. You need to have a no shits given attitude. I didn't care what my friends or family thought about me doing this. In fact, I had friends call me up one weekend or a Monday and as I was going to work, and they said, hey, buddy, just to let you know, we were all making fun of you at the bar this weekend about how annoying that you've become. And I was like, oh, that hurts. It sucks. I hate it. But whatever. I'm going to keep doing me. I'm going to keep talking about this because I love this. I love the fact that people are making money online, that they're creating freedom. Like that I just couldn't believe that more people didn't want to do that. And so having that no shits mentality, I want you to think about it like this. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, I don't care. Okay. And look, and again, I don't care. You can unsubscribe if you don't like what I'm about to tell you. But Donald Trump has a no shits given attitude. In fact, one of my favorite things that he said recently was like, the press was like, what do you think about the immigrants coming over this boat and smuggling drugs and stuff like that? He's like, we're going to blow them up, right? That's a guy who doesn't give a shit. Again, I'm not going to get into politics, what you think about him. If you don't like what I just said, like, you have the rest of your life to get over it. But like, that's what I'm talking about is like, I'm going here. You can either come with me or without me. I don't care. I'm going regardless. That's the attitude you need to have. And I hear this whole like fake it till you make it thing. And some people take that the wrong way, but I think it is so smart to fake it till you make it. And I don't mean go post pictures next to a jet, go rent out a Lamborghini for the weekend and be someone that you're not. I'm saying have the mindset of I'm not here yet, but damn, I'm going to be because other people are out there doing it and they probably have the worst case scenario than I did. That's why when you go to a lot of company events, you will see that they do a lot of testimonials showing people who are like, this is where I was, I got started, this is what's happening now. So they cement that belief that like you can do this. You just got to get your head out of your ass and go after it, right? So that's the second one, is having that type of no shits given mentality. Now, the third thing is if you want people to see you and if you want people to see you as a leader and value you, then you need to increase your own personal value. What do I mean by that? Well, I knew that I was only going to get so far with my family and friends. Right? I'm from a very small town, northern New York. Everyone knows everything about everyone. So it wasn't long until I was like, I talked to everybody that I knew. I was talking to people that I didn't know. I needed a way to get in front of other people, more people that were like interested in losing weight and all the stuff that I was in when I was with that company. And so I decided to invest in trainings. I purchased courses. I hired mentors. I watched YouTube trainings like this. I read a lot of books over there. I was so like, I need to, if I want people to look at me as a leader, I need to invest in myself and what I bring to the table, because I knew that what I invest in me, I could pour into others as well. And so I learned a lot of content marketing. I started learning about automated lead generating systems, Eventually, I got to the point where I'm at now where I learned ads because I knew that if I could do this stuff and I increased my personal value, that I would bring on a lot higher caliber person as well who were like, I want systems. I would love to learn how to scale using ads in digital product and digital marketing strategies like you're doing, Trey. And so that's a big thing that I see amateurs not doing, not willing to invest in their business and in themselves. And it doesn't need to be like, okay, I need to go drop 10K on this thing. You can start investing in yourself with simple books, with low mini product trainings that are going to teach you these things. And maybe you've purchased them in the past, but did you actually implement them? Did you put them into action? For me, when I learned marketing and Instagram and YouTube, like I remember when I bought my first YouTube training, it was like $300. Like I just thought, man, I'm doing something good. I'm awesome. This is going to absolutely help me take my business to the next level. And that's why I started posting on YouTube a long time ago, is because I knew that I could create content on YouTube, and years and years down the road, that content would still generate leads for me time and time and time again. And so it's those little things that you want to remember. So those are just a couple hacks. Remember, it's not about the possibility. It's about the probability. If someone out there has already done it and they had less cards dealt for you that were just shitty, you could probably do this as well. You just need to fix your mindset, and you need to have that I don't care, I'm going with or without you attitude. And lastly, you need to invest in your business, into your training, into trainings, into mentorship, into getting yourself to that next level so you're not stuck at, well, I got to go mass message random people and I got to make product posts. Like there's a new level that you need to get to, and that's why I'm going to say invest in different trainings. So I appreciate you. I hope this video added value to you. Let me know in the comments section, and do not forget to subscribe. I'll see you there.